Hello, my friends. This is Daniel again with our 7th lesson in our program, Awakening to Vitality. And we will talk more about stress management and regeneration. So we are almost at the end of our 8-part course, and we'll start with a short assessment. And actually, we will talk about your well-being, and we will talk you have to take it and consider what are your daily routines, what are your habits, are they actually aligned with your goals of vitality and your health. You will also define your sleep patterns. You will talk about your rest, how it's essential overall in your well-being. You will be gauging also your energy levels and assess your daily activities, considering your stress management, how do you handle pressure and responsibilities, and how do you actually address your basic needs such as nutrition, exercise, hydration, general self-care. And also we will evaluate dynamics of your relationships as important part of the functioning life. Next, you will be asking to talk about the importance of your personal space and whether you have enough space for your well-being. You will also reflect your daily outlook and how it shapes your attitude towards life. You will contemplate a little bit about your perspective of your future and its influence on your choices and actions and plans. And finally, you will a little bit explore your sense of purpose and the depth you will find in your experiences. So about your spiritual life more. And as well, you will identify your mental well-being goals and how they are contributing to your overall comfort generally. So there is a link in attached documents. So please take this short assessment. And at the end of this assessment, as usually as the others, you will be able to compare your results with the others anonymously. And on our bi-weekly group coaching, you can talk about details, you can ask, and we will also talk about the results generally. Okay, so first of all, a little bit of understanding of stress, what it means actually. Stress is actually natural physical or emotional response of our body and of our mind to any challenging, threatening, or novel situations. And it results from the body's instinct, automated defense itself. And it occurs as a response to both real and even perceived challenges. So there is healthy stress, which is called also eustress in the psychology. So definition is actually that it can motivate us. It's actually source of our energy and tool for exciting us and improving our performance. Examples are actually if you are starting a new job or receiving a promotion or participating in a competition, it actually boosts your resources and accumulates it so that you are able and ready to a new challenge. And actually it's a temporary situation. And that's the most important distinguishing between a healthy stress and unhealthy stress. So unhealthy stress is actually causing long-term issues as maybe at the beginning perceived as anxiety, decreased performance, burnout, and leads to mental and physical problems. So we would like to avoid long duration stress, which can comes with, for example, financial problems, ongoing work conflicts, chronic illness, or any traumatic illness, which are coming again in your subconscious mind. So what are the impacts of stress on the vitality and longevity? It's actually a very important part of our strategies and our techniques, how we can maintain our health, vitality, and long, sustainably living life. Chronic stress can actually weaken significantly our immune system and increases susceptibility to infections and to illness. Compromised immune system can hinder also the body's ability to repair itself and combat pathogens. Also, elevated stress hormones can increase our blood pressure. Chronic stress can lead to inflammations, and its contribution to heart disease and stroke problems. Also, stress can shorten our telomeres, which are known for protective function on our chromosomes. And shorter telomeres are associated with a shorter lifespan and age-related diseases. Chronic stress also can disrupt our endocrine system, leading to imbalances of the hormones like cortisol, insulin, and of course also sexual hormones. So this imbalance can contribute also to a weight gain via these hormonal regulations and sleep disturbances and reduction of your overall energy levels. Persistent stress can also impair significantly your memory and cognitive functions because you're actually losing focus on outside world, and it's linked also on the increased risk of neurodegenerative diseases like Alzheimer or Parkinson's diseases. Also, it leads to exacerbate depression, anxiety, and other mental health disorders. So mental health issues can reduce also our life quality and potential lifespan significantly. Stress can impair also our cellular function and repair, and reduced cellular health can also lead to a range of diseases and conditions which are impacting our longevity. So now let's dive deeper into that correlation between exercise and stress. Because of high intensity exercises or prolonged exercises also challenges our body state of its balance, known as homeostasis. So while physical stress triggers our body's adaptation to grow stronger, the balance to be kept is very crucial. Because also exercise is a double-edged weapon, because of too much stress also in a physical body can lead to backfiring and negative outcomes like injuries and burnout, and actually not increasing any progress in your improvement. So the question is actually how to balance correctly stress, which is produced by exercise, and regeneration. So exercise, especially resistance training, can cause a small microscopic damage to muscle fibers. And actually the benefit is that the body tries to repair it and rebuilds these fibers to a thicker and stronger versions of itself, and leads to muscle growth in its volume and increased strength. Also, strength training also adapts, or any kind of exercise like aerobic exercise, increasing our heart rate and challenging our cardiovascular system to grow. So over time, our heart becomes stronger and more efficient, and leads to improved endurance and lower rest heart rate, which is a quite important parameter in our overall fitness assessment, and therefore reducing also risk of cardiovascular disease. Exercise also triggers important improvement in the hormonal regulation, including cortisol and stress hormones like adrenaline. These hormonal changes also improve metabolism, mood, and stimulating other beneficial adaptations in the body. Exercise also increases the demand for energy, causing our body to burn stored fat and carbohydrates, and regulating exercise can improve metabolic function, facilitating weight loss and increase energy levels. And as we already mentioned, with exercise, it's also coming increased bone density, and weight-bearing exercises exerts stress on bones, actually. So in response, they are becoming stronger, reducing the risk of osteoporosis and fractures. And the last, also with exercise, even as a little bit stressy activity, it stimulates the brain and challenges our coordination, our balance, and concentration generally. So regular physical activity can improve our mood, reduce symptoms of anxiety, depression, and enhance overall our cognitive function and reduce the risk of neurodegenerative diseases. Okay, so while the stress from exercise leads to numerous benefits, it's crucial to ensure that balance between training and recovery. And chronic excessive exercise without adequate rest can lead to overtraining syndrome. So you can perceive it like with the symptoms like persistent fatigue, decreased performance, increased susceptibility to injuries and hormonal imbalances, and as well as compromised immune function. Okay, so to optimize, how to optimize the benefits of exercise-induced stress. So it's important to have at least 50% time of your workout to be represented also as recovery. So 50% of your exercise time should be also the regeneration. You have to listen to your body and just have adjusted exercise volume, exercise intensity accordingly. And it's also very important to incorporate rest days. So the weeks during which you have offload phase with a much lighter training with around 40-60% of intensity, which should just occur every 4 to 8 weeks, depending on your overall fitness and load previously loaded on you. So during that time, also prioritize sleep, hydration, quality nutrition, and plan and watch exactly what's your timing, what's your training schedule in weeks, just to have it incorporated after months or 2 of your training ongoing. As well, you can change your usual routine, switch to more relaxing exercises like yoga, walking, or swimming. Okay, so how you can cope with stress? What are the effective strategies? So first of all, you can engage in any regular exercise to release build-up tensions. So the activities like walking, running, yoga, or even dancing can help alleviate effects of stress. You can practice deep breathing, progressive muscle relaxation, or any guided imaginary. You can engage in meditation or mindfulness exercise to stay present and just reduce anxiety overly. Next, you can also talk to someone you trust, whether it's your friend, your family member, or any therapist, or whether it's be also joining support groups, which can help you and provide you a platform to share feelings and coping with your problems. It's important to also learn to say no, which is defining your boundaries, your limits, assertivity, to ensure the balance between your work and personal time is maintained. As well, you have to prioritize tasks and break them into smaller steps. So it will be more achievable, and you will gain more motivation towards fulfilling the smaller achievable goals. So we will talk more about it in a last chapter about planning. You should also reduce and eliminate consumption of nicotine, caffeine, and alcohol, just as important compounds of stress increase. Definitely, you should aim for 7 till 9 hours of high quality sleep every night. It should be something non-negotiable in your life. And rather than setting up alarm for wake up, you should set up alarm to go to bed every night. And as we already mentioned, healthy nutrition, which is about consuming any balanced diet with plenty of fruits, vegetables, lean proteins, high quality fats, and of course, whole grains as well. Limiting, as we already mentioned in the nutrition, limiting foods with sugars, with simple saccharoses and saturated fats. And finally, you can still seek professional help of the coach or a trainer, which we will also provide in upcoming programs of Awakening Vitality. If you feel overwhelmed or just lost in implementation, you feel you don't have your own powers, ask somebody as a leader or coach to accompany you through this journey. So professionals can help you with all these strategies, and you should be feeling safely with them. Okay. Why it's regeneration so important, and what it actually means. So when we talk about it, we are actually discussing about the body's and mind's ability to repair, restore, and rejuvenate. One of the pillars of effective regeneration is, of course, sleep, which is just not the downtime when your body is without move. Body is actually repairing itself. Our brain sorts out all the problems, sorting informations, and our energy storage is replenished during that time. So when you skimp on sleep, you're essentially cutting short your body's essential maintenance time. Take your time and sleep sufficiently. And do not forget about the wide-ranging benefits of proper rest and sleep. It's not just about feeling refreshed. Adequate rest also boosts your immune system. It enhances your mood, sharpens your cognitive functions, and even plays an important role in increasing your lifespan, which is one of our most important goals. Okay, so we will talk about a little bit about techniques for managing exercises and stresses, to be more concrete. First up, quite known breathing exercises. Simple yet effective. These exercises are designed to calm down the mind and stabilize its mood. Whether it's any deep belly breathing or 4-7-8 technique, which incorporates this into your routine, or can be just a game changer for your stress management. We can also mention mindfulness or any kind of meditation. They are just not the buzzwords. They are the scientifically proven methods already today to enhance your focus, reduce the anxiety, and foster a general sense of inner peace. And the beauty of it is you don't need to be any expert in meditation. Just start benefiting simply from doing nothing, simple sitting, taking calm minutes, and even just a few minutes of this practice will provide you a significant difference. So, and as well, not underestimate the power of time management and prioritization of your task, which can significantly reduce your perceived amount of pressure on yourself. So organizing simply your tasks, setting correct priorities, categorizing your things and the duties, tasks, action items in your life, even in work, even in your personal life. Organizing and allocating time wisely are a very important key to reduce overwhelming, and actually it's boosting your productivity significantly, because you will perceive that the first things are put on the first place in your life, and you are in a power to manage them correctly. So when you have a clear plan, stress of the unknown is significantly diminished. Okay, now let's talk a little bit about the mind-body connection of the holistic stress relief. It's actually, the relation is simple. Physical activity triggers the release of endorphins and any chemicals in the brain that serves as our natural mood modifiers. And whether it's a brisk walk or it's an intense workout, the endorphins can boost and quick do as an antidote to a stress. But next to it is a list of yoga and Tai Chi, a little bit more mental exercises. These aren't just exercises itself. They are practices which harmonize the body and the mind on the other side. And through deliberate movement and focused breathing, you're actually doing something like meditation in a movement, which has tremendous effect on combining and harmonizing body-mind nature of ourselves. And of course, it's creating important support for rejuvenating process because of decreasing of all the stress, energies, stress hormones as well. Last, and but not least, consider also any outdoor activities, going to nature, spending time near lakes, near trees, on the meadows. So the simple act of being in a nature can work magically on a stress levels. Okay. As we already discussed, nutrition is very important part of also the fight against stress. So let's start with a simple, the most important, omega-3s. We already mentioned that in our nutrition lesson, that's omega-3s found in fatty fish or fatty oil, fish oils are the very important for your longevity and for decreasing overall inflammation in your body, but also in the combination of flavonoids of the dark chocolates, antioxidants in blueberries, or L-theanine from a green tea. All those are very powerful stress-busting nutrients. If you incorporate these into your diet, you can make a noticeable difference how you feel in every day, and it's also common reductions significantly as ashwagandha or ginseng. Okay, let's also talk about hydration, which might seem very basic and simple, but also it helps us to maintain proper levels of the hormones and significantly reducing impact of our stress because of state of hunger, state of thirst can induce special pathways for inducing reactions of the mind as a stressful situation. So adequate water intake supports your adrenal glands and can help you to reduce cortisol generally. And lastly, we should be also aware of the effects of caffeine and sugar on stress. While just a single cup of coffee or any sweet treat might seem like a quick pick-me-up, just actually the spike of the cortisol and insulin also as the hormone is disrupting also your sleep and exacerbating stress over the long term. Okay, let's talk about emotional and social support to fight your stress. Sometimes it's just not about what do you physically or what do you consume, but it's also with whom do you meet, with whom do you share your problems. So you just simply need somebody to start to talk with. So to share your feelings, it's not just exercise for catharsia. It's also providing you a clarity and perspective to your problems. So when you are articulating what you are thinking, what are your problems. You alleviate the emotional burden, and often you can find the problems as the response to your correctly laid questions, even despite somebody will tell you anything. So building also a support group, support network around you could be quite important, as the power of surrounding people around yourself with understanding and any supportive friends or family can be overstated. It's an instant source of positive enforcement and can be the nudge you need to take action on issues and things which are making you stressy. And finally, let's delve into professional therapy and counseling options, because sometimes it can be just too much on you. You need professional help, even it's a psychotherapist or a coach, which will help you to navigate through the maze of all those emotions and challenges quite effectively, if it's a good therapist, and can provide you tailored strategies to handle stress and techniques how to explore your thoughts and feelings, which can be a source of your tension. It's important also to set correct boundaries to live a healthier lifestyle. So, first of all, work-life balance. Importance here is in the prevention of the burnout and maintaining just basic mental health. To achieving this, just schedule regular break in your life. Just be very sure about your time boxes, about the time which is dedicated to your work in your calendar. Set clear working hours and make sure after the deadline, it's just time dedicated to your requirements, to your life, to your everyday needs. Also, involve digital detox if required. Importance is because it's a practice to reduce the strain that screens place on your eyes, to improve sleep quality, and will help you to foster real-world connections. And some tips include also setting device-free hours, using apps monitor on your mobile or any other devices on your computer, just to be sure you engage also other hobbies that doesn't require screens. And lastly, try to consider sometimes to say simply no to all those requirements, actions, tasks, and needs of the surroundings around you. It's actually protecting your personal time and preventing to overcommitting yourself and prioritize your self-care. So master this skill to include it and practice as assertive communication, just to be able to say no, to be assertive, and evaluate also any request before committing. Think first about it, how it will be committing in next future for a long time, and be sure to be able to also decommit or stop any engagement, de-engage. Okay. Stress relief can often be found in surprising places, and sometimes it's through tapping our senses and creativity that we find the most effective ways to manage stress. Firstly, let's discuss progressive muscle relaxation. The importance of this technique is in its ability to ease muscle tension and promote physical relaxation. Some tips for this includes also to finding a quiet spot, tightening and then relaxing each muscle group, and practicing regularly to make it as a habit in your life. Next possibility is visualization techniques. The importance is here to shift your focus away from the stressors, from any problems your mind is full, and just to promote a sense of calm. Also, tips for here could be imagining a peaceful place engaging all your senses, your visual, your hearing, your perception of your body, and using any guided recording also to assist if you are new to this practice. And we will be also providing any of these practices, some hypnosis and relaxations in our upgraded programs of Awakening Vitality. And also explore music and any art therapy. And important here is that expression is finally reducing any kind of anxiety. So just incorporate any creativity, any art into your life, and include it with choosing, for example, music that personally resonates with you, and engage in a free form painting or crafting, or consider professional art therapy sessions which are available in your neighborhood. Okay, so what are the action items we should take as a steps to a stress resilient life, coming from all these tips and tools and explanations? So first of all, start with regulating self check-ins to identify your stressors and emotional state once at a time, once a month at least. Second, diversify also your stress management strategies and use any combination of exercise, nutritional approaches, and emotional support methods to attack stress from different angles. Third point, make it a point for conscious learning. Stay updated on the new techniques and strategies that could be beneficial for you, for your unique needs. You can use also our free or even paid community groups, where we will announce every new approaches, and we will provide you many possibilities how you can engage in upgraded plans. 4, build a supportive network. Your friends, family, and professionals can provide you valuable perspective and emotional support you can't just replace with anything else. And lastly, commit to a balance as a principle in your life. So prioritize yourself and your self-care, and don't hesitate to set boundaries, to say no, to protect your time and your emotional well-being. So if we just make it as a conclusion, how to build a stress-resilient life for longevity and for your health, let's say managing stress isn't just a one-time event. It's a continuous journey, and it evolves as we do over the time. So let's discuss some overreaching principles that will guide us through this lifelong process. So firstly, the journey to managing stress, the importance of this journey is to recognize stressors and proactively address them. Some tips to guide you are, we already mentioned, are self-check-ins, reviews, talking with the therapist and your coach at least once a month, understanding what triggers stress for you, and seeking support when needed. Next, it's a continuous learning and adaptation. Take any course, take part in communities, listen, podcast, read books, talk with people. The importance is that the life is dynamic, and the stress management strategies are also developing, and you can still deep dive into them. Lastly, important is your commitment to a balanced life. It should become your principle, because of importance of this commitment is in a holistic approach that's including physical, emotional, and also mental well-being, all these aspects into your life. And some good advices here are just to prioritize self-care, set boundaries, and maintain your supportive relations. Thank you very much.